finally, it is time to showcase what we've been working forward to have for all of you for our 5th year anniversary. Let's showcase the Leonardo Officina Italiana CinqueVerde Urushi PenTeo exclusive project. Welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Aaron from PenTeo. Welcome to a new fountain pen overview. We are going to get a first glimpse at our work for the past 8 months that we've been preparing for all of you with this big milestone, our 5th anniversary. And this required for us an insane amount of work, preparation, and planning to have this ready for all of you in this very moment. And we had huge amount of setbacks to overcome in order to get this ready in time. If you remember correctly, the past year we introduced this Urushi Essenza, a beautiful fountain pen shaped with Leonardo Officina Italiana, an incredible Urushi project that was so successful. It sold out in a matter of a few hours. From that past experience, I said, there is a certain need for something more. So this time I picked also an Urushi project for our 5th anniversary together with Leonardo Officina Italiana based on the same shape, but this time we tried something different. I'm not going to bore you to death with details because it's such a very iconic fountain pen, this Urushi one that we did last year, that this time I didn't had anything else to add to it other than a few tweaks in regards of the color and also in regards of a few different details. The name is CinqueVerde, Cinque Italian, Verde because now it has a verde finish, a green finish, but we will get to that in a few moments. Let me show you, like you're used to by now on the PenTeo YouTube channel, the shopping experience, what you get when you are in for such a fountain pen. And I have here the box from Leonardo Officina Italiana. Black box, very interesting. It's not like your usual Leonardo box, it's a little bit more special. And inside we have this black thin paper which hides a beautiful wood box. This is a very nice way to showcase a fountain pen like the one that we are going to showcase today, because Urushi implies nature. It is not an artificial material. It is made of a natural substance, the Urushi lacquer, which is applied on a ebonite fountain pen. And this is why we opted to have such a in-tone or in-theme box like this one, which is made out of wood. Let's check out the inside, because inside we have this fountain pen resting securely inside this pen pouch, and also the international warranty and a certificate of authenticity. If you want to have one of these fountain pens, this is how you are going to be spoiled by us and Leonardo Officina Italiana. And now let's address the small elephant in the room, and by small I mean encodings. This may look plain, but don't be fooled, because inside we have something pretty unique. This is the CinqueVerde Essenza Urushi, and this is my masterpiece, what I have to offer you, and I put pretty much the very best in every single department inside this fountain pen. What we have here is a pretty simple designed fountain pen shape. This is the cap, this is the body, this is the piston filling knob, and this beautiful fountain pen, it's incredible as a platform for Urushi. We're applying Urushi coating on it. It's made out of ebonite, and I have here the previous year Tamenuri one. It's side by side, and as you can closely see, there isn't pretty much any difference in between them shape wise. If you have one of these Tamenuri Essenza Urushi from previous year as a PenTeo exclusive, you can pair it off with something like the one from this year. We have flat ends on both sides. We have a fountain pen which is tapering in on both ends, on the cap right here, on the body right here. I hope that the camera picks up all of this beautiful green that we have on the edges of this fountain pen. On the cap, we have this incredible black over green, Tamenuri. Tamenuri is actually a technique which implies the use of two different colors for the Urushi coating. It's applied in a sort of a unique sequence because you have the underneath color which is not that visible, and on top you add a layer of Urushi which hides the color. The technique implies that it's just the effect that you have when you watch a pond. At the edges you can clearly see the bottom of the pond. In the middle the water is a little bit deeper and you don't see the bottom. So this is the sort of a mentality behind this Tamenuri technique, and we opted for Midori Tamenuri, black over green. And we opted for this finish because let's just say that the Midori Tamenuri finish is very scarce these days. Even Nakaya as a pen company just simply discontinued it. It's very difficult to make, it's very difficult to have a predictable finish because we had so many setbacks, so many fountain pens were in need to be started all over from scratch because this finish, it's very difficult to master, and this is why we opted for Midori Tamenuri. And you can see right here at the edges this beautiful green which shows up. Let's uncap the fountain pen, let's see the other details of it. It's not having any trim elements. I love my fountain pens which have Urushi on them without trim. It will demand from you a certain attention to not have it rolled off the desk, but I count on you to have this attention to this detail in order to not damage this precious fountain pen. And let's see what we have as a nib. As a nib, I opted for the size 8 gold nib La Fenice by Leonardo Officina Italiana. Although it is very similar in regards of size and proportions with the last one, the new La Fenice nib, it's stamped, as you see right here, is not laser engraved, and it is super beautiful. Different sizes, and this nib recently undergo a process of improvement which has been making me smile whenever I put one of these nibs to the paper, and you will see that in a writing sample in a few moments. On the nib we have this beautiful wings of the Leonardo logo, 14 karat. The size at the bottom, we have 1.1 stub, and I picked this nib deliberately because in the past nibs that were used, the size 8, those were available in extra fine, medium, broad, and a very broad stub, like a 1.3, almost 1.5 stub. This time Leonardo on the La Fenice size 8 gold nibs, they picked the stub to be a 1.1, and I think that's a brilliant size, and you will see that in a writing sample in just a few minutes. Now let me show you that we have two different trim colors, the silver trim color, or better said the nib color, and right here we have the ruthenium black nib color, and this is available for you to select whenever you want to purchase one of these fountain pens, and we will assemble them according to the specific nib size that you order and the nib color. If you ask me personally, I like more the black because it sort of looks like aged silver, to say so. It's more in tone with the overall fountain pen. Turning the fountain pen like this, we can clearly see a giant ebonite feeder, and this is heat set towards this nib. We have a beautiful, very ergonomic section which makes this fountain pen wonderful for writing. This is not heavy, the fountain pen, it's very balanced. No matter where you grip this fountain pen, it will be balanced. Right here we have the threads, and this is where I opted for the threads to be covered in Urushi. This is what I like on my Urushi fountain pens. I don't like that the visual line is broken down whenever I see fountain pens made out of Urushi with not having Urushi on the threads of the capping system. It's very difficult to apply Urushi on those threads. You need to be having pretty good skills and patience to apply and then to sand those threads and to still have a capping fountain pen with Urushi on those threads. So kudos to the person which applied the Urushi coating on this fountain pen. I didn't said anything about that person, but I will tell you now, the person that we choose in order to have this incredible Urushi finish, it's PenTeo. Theo. Theodore is a very good friend of mine, which both of us met at the Dutch Pen Show a few years back, and since then he is my go-to person in regards of Urushi fountain pens. He is the person which make this incredible Essenza Tamenuri Urushi with a sublime finish, which I simply adore. And this is the same person who took care of this fountain pens. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a story behind this project. Theo has pretty much a few jobs, including one which means that he takes care of Urushi fountain pens. He is making his own fountain pens, cover them in Urushi. He knows a lot of techniques. He is very skillful. He has an incredible amount of patience, and for the past 8 months he worked on this project, and along this project a few others, but this was the primary project which took most of his spare time. In this time he had to travel, a lot of problems that brought the time on this fountain pen a little further and made everything possible by chance to be ready on this specific date planned for our 5th anniversary, because we were planning to have a polished fountain pen, but due to a family problem, and by family problem I mean a very serious one, Theo had to just simply make a trip towards Romania and take care of his family, because he's from Romania, he resides in a different country. He told me, Emmy, I want to propose a different thing in regards of the texture of the fountain pen, and I am very open towards this sort of propositions, because this is the extra factor which adds a lot of sentimental value for me. So this fountain pen looks like this because of Theo, and I think it's brilliant. I'm going to show you the overall finish of this fountain pen. You may see this fountain pen as polished, but it is not mirror polish. This is a satin finish. If we were to put the Tamenuri side by side, this one, the Tamenuri, it's polished to a mirror buff, and this one, the Midori Tamenuri, the CinqueVerde as we call it, our 5th anniversary fountain pen, it is satin. This fountain pen will become polished as you wear it, as you hold it, as you use it. So Urushi as a substance, as a coating, it's going to evolve, it's going to transform over time, showcasing this fountain pen towards the elements, the sun, the moisture from your hands, how you store it, how you keep it, how you just simply run your hands on this fountain pen. The whole texture of this fountain pen will be changing with you at home, making each fountain pen unique and individually unique to you. So this is why I kept the texture, as Theo was able to overcome his family problems at home. In the process, I think we discovered a new dimension towards such a fountain pen design. Moving further, right here we have a step up. Green shows up at the edges of the section, and in time you will see more of this green showing, so it's going to be a surprise and you will see that. And right here we have the barrel of the fountain pen, starting from the thickest point right here, continuing to taper in, and right here we have some of that green showing beautifully. Like last year fountain pen, we have Roman numbers, and this fountain pen edition, it's a limited edition of only 15 fountain pen, of which 14 are available for all of you, and one is the company museum fountain pen, which I don't have right here with me, and it's going to have the same numbering like this one, the one from last year. I opted for Roman numbers, just like the last year fountain pen, in order for you, if you pair these two fountain pens, to have sort of a set of this wonderful piston filling mechanism, which is very steady, which is very robust and works wonderfully. You can take it apart with the Leonardo piston tool and you can clean the inside, make sure everything is greased and it's working properly. Don't post this fountain pen and your Urushi fountain pens. Please keep that in mind, because you can scratch the surface of the Urushi coating, and pretty much in regards of details, this is what I have for you in regards of the Leonardo Urushi Essenza CinqueVerde PenVenture exclusive limited edition fountain pen. Now let's head out and have a few dimensions, proportions. Then I'm going to show you a writing sample with the new 1.1 millimeter stub, and in the end we are going to conclude everything in some personal opinions, and then you can go down below, hit the thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and everything towards this video to reach out to many more just like you. And if you want to make this one part of your Leonardo fountain pen collection, down below you will find the link. Go there, because usually these editions from us in Urushi, they sold out last year in about an hour or two. Kept like this, the fountain pen measures 150 millimeters. Unkept in writing position like so, it's measuring 140 millimeters. The total weight of the fountain pen fully inked capped like this is 45 grams, and the weight uncapped in writing and fully inked is 36 grams. It is time for the writing sample, and believe me, this 1.1 millimeter stub is something incredible. Very easy to ink up this pen. You just unscrew the piston knob, put it in ink, submerge it a little bit above the section edge, turning the piston clockwise, and you have a complete fill of ink. We have the pen. Ooh, Leonardo Urushi. Pretty much think I'm gonna put another S right here. Urushi Essenza CinqueVerde and the ink Tacha, paper Tomoe River paper 52 GSM, one of my favorite paper. Ink we had, so what's missing? Nib. This is the La Fenice size 8, 14 karat gold, and this is a 1.1 millimeter stub. Look at this gorgeous line variation. It's a little bit crispier, and I just love this feeling of a little bit of feedback, a smooth gliding stub nib that doesn't catch the paper. This is incredible in my opinion. Now let's check out the wetness. It's a pretty wet nib, and just to be sure, let's have a double pass. It's a wet ink flow. It is not a fire hose wet, but it can be if you are gonna put the instructions for me how to adjust your nib in the order notes. I'll make sure the nib will write as you have those instructions there. Normal, figure of eights, and we have a lot of line variation since this is a stub, so the stub tipping is just like a square. As you write like this, it's thicker. As you write like this, it's thinner. Flex, I'm not going to just simply press on this nib, but if you apply a little bit of pressure, you have a little bit more ink which is pulling down and sort of gives you more line variation. But I don't think you're gonna need more line variation, since already this is a nib which offers this from the natural grind of the tipping. Now let's check out the famous sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. There is no sign of hesitation. The nib is just simply riding like a dream. It's very crispy, it's very beautiful. In regards of the pricing for this fountain pen, before going to my personal opinions, the price for one of the 14 fountain pens available on our website for everyone, it's 1,590 euro. The finished fountain pen, it's stunning, and the Midori Tamenuri finish is one which is a little bit more problematic, if not quite problematic, and I am super happy that we were able to overcome all of the obstacles and to have this fountain pen ready for this date. At the beginning of the project, we just planned for 2 or 3 months, and that turned in most of half a year plus if we were to count from the first time that we've started working on this project. So in order to overcome all of that, the pricing, it's going to be this one, 1,590 euros, no VAT on our website. As we speak, the pants are at Leonardo Officina Italiana, waiting to be installed with the nib sizes that you order and the nib colors that you order. The information will be passed to the Leonardo team. Then we assemble the fountain pans, ship them here, I check them personally, and then they will be heading out towards you. And if I am correct, I think at the middle, if not the 3rd week of this current month, October, we will be having them sent out your way. I'm super humble and blessed to have the 5th milestone right here on our channel celebrated together with you. This past years were incredible for us in both highlights and also difficulties, and I'm super happy that we were able to overcome them and to be ready with this fountain pen as an edition for our 5th anniversary. I want to say a big thank you towards all of you that are watching right now and are supporters of our channel, of our website, and I am very grateful to see people which appreciate my creations, my ideas for fountain pens. I am thankful to Leonardo Officina Italiana for trusting me with their base model in order to be made in an exclusive collection for PenVenture. I want to say a big thank you towards PenTeo, who worked for this past months together with me, and we were able to put together this pen in this form, in this format, in this color, in this top quality in regards of the Urushi coating for our viewers, for our clients, for my friends, and what I call the PenVenture family. All of you reunited under one umbrella. Looking further into the future, I am praying that I will be well health-wise, and I will pick the best decisions in order to bring PenVenture much more closer to all of you. This is the Leonardo Officina Italiana Urushi Essenza CinqueVerde, marking our 5th anniversary edition. This beautiful Midori Tamenuri finish by PenTeo. It's available right now on our PenVenture website. Go down below, check out the link, see the fountain pen. If you want to have it in your collection, go there and make your purchase and reserve the fountain pen that you want for your personal collection. No matter how you look, it's going to be a biased opinion. I love this fountain pen, and this is one of the fountain pens which I wanted for my personal collection. And since PenVenture is about sharing my passion of writing instruments, this is why I think you are going to like this project of mine as well. Thank you very much for your support, for being here for the past 5 years. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and everything. And if you want to join us and grow the PenVenture YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. You can do that quite easy. Just click there, turn the notification bell on, and you will be notified whenever we have new content. Speaking about content, if you want to continue watching my previous videos, I'm gonna leave you this right here. You can click and enjoy. As always, I'm your host, Aaron from PenVenture. I look forward to seeing you next video, next edition. Take care, stay safe, bye-bye.